Welcome to another AriasWave Market Update. Okay, so I'm just redoing this video because the previous video was cut off. So basically we'll start off with the Nasdaq again. And in this market we can see I've labeled the 1-2 pattern here. So it's taken a little while for this pattern to unfold, to show that where wave 2 has ended. Now this is where I think it's ended, basically at the red line. And I've marked it with 2, so if we break that magenta line, then the red line is a stop. So short position, wave 3 down. In regards to the Dow Jones, basically it's the same scenario. The whole move down has been entirely a 1-2 pattern, with the corrective portion just taking that extra time to unfold. If we see a break of the magenta line, then the stop will be also the red line at around 34,000. So pretty straightforward there. This is in line with all my previous updates. You can see them in the link below. Right, so moving on to Bitcoin. So in terms of Bitcoin, I've changed the count slightly to reflect that we actually are still in a zigzag pattern rather than it being the complete correction that we're looking to the downside. So the initial move down since April down until June was just the A wave of this zigzag, and then we've seen the corrective portion unfold. Now, we don't need to see any new high above the September high in order for this to be complete. You can actually complete at any point right now. We'll get confirmation once we see a break of the smaller degree wave 4, and then we should be in wave C of the wave A to the downside. Okay, so a bit of a change there. Not a big deal really. I don't expect this to go above the all-time high. So this, I suppose, paves the way for the XLM analysis, which I believe is similar in nature. The only difference is after the initial move down, the A-B pattern did make a new low, and then we saw wave C, D and E. E looks to be basically almost terminating, which kind of changes this a little bit. We need to see a break below 25 cents in order to confirm that this level here at the red line of 32 cents is a stop for the move lower. So this does change the target slightly to around 10 cents, potentially around 9 cents. So basically that's all I'm going to cover for the cryptos at this point in time. Now, if we head over to the euro, basically, we're seeing the continuation of the trend to the downside. I did get us short on this trade around the green dotted line at around 1.17. And as you can see, we've made significant downside already, and I expect that to continue. This trend line is not really an official trend line, it's just a guide. So therefore, there's no real need to keep that there. Wave 3 should be the sharpest move down. So therefore, I expect this to go much lower, probably longer than the first. Well, has to be, doesn't have to be, but probably will be longer than the first wave. And that green dotted line is a minimum expectation for the move down, but it could go lower. It might even be where wave 3 ends before we get a correction and one more low for wave 5, which should complete the B wave of this zigzag, which is unfolding. In terms of gold, yeah, so basically same deal still. We're still waiting for one more low to occur, and the only thing that's sort of changed a little bit is the type of 5-wave move that we're looking to the downside here. It does seem to be like a type 1 weak 5-wave move, and you can see it's like a zigzag there, and then we should see like another zigzag for 3, followed by another zigzag for 5, which should complete the move. This move indicates weakness, so once this move completes, we should see a reversal to the upside, and I do believe we're going to see some significant gains after we do hit that low. This should be end of the correction, which started in 2011. Okay, so With that being said, the last one I want to look at now is oil. Now, WTI crude oil, basically, I did mention in previous videos that we are looking for a B wave, and with regards to that, it just looks like the B wave ended down here, so we're just looking for a 5-wave move. This appears to be basically an ending, like a weak 5-wave move as well, type 1. Basically, you could consider it like an ending diagonal, but it does seem to have a bit of strength behind it. Either way, this looks almost complete. It's a little bit early to say, simply because if these moves are moving up in 3 waves, we've only seen 2 3-wave moves, so we'd probably need to see a little bit of a pullback and one more. No rules are broken there, so we'll keep an eye on that one for the time being. So just a quick update there. The previous update was about 10 minutes, but obviously got cut off, and I had a bit of practice. So yeah. So I suppose when we see a break of this magenta line around $72, then we could expect that the move up is done, and we probably move into wave C, which should take us lower, and this should probably form part of the broader move down across all markets, which is purely corrective and will coincide with, the rest of the moves that I expect down in the Nasdaq, Dow Jones, cryptos, euro, and gold. So hopefully you found this update interesting and informative. Thank you for watching.